A routine transatlantic flight turned into a horror show over the weekend when extreme turbulence hit unexpectedly, sending drinks and laptops flying through the cabin. In fact, the drop was so extreme, some passengers thought the plane was in free fall. And as Stephanie Skandaris reports, scientists are warning this could become a more common occurrence.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We really apologize for that unexpected moment.
It was enough to cause belongings to fly and beverages to splatter the ceiling of American Airlines Flight 759 and to hurt 3 passengers and 7 flight attendants. The journey from Athens to Philadelphia had only 30 minutes left when severe turbulence struck.
There wasn't really any warning at all. I think that's kind of what caught so many people off guard, is there was just very slight turbulence for about 5 seconds, and then suddenly it felt like the whole plane was in free fall.
The seatbelt sign was on, but the pilot told passengers he didn't see it coming.
We're expecting some light turbulence. Aircraft in front of us didn't report anything. It just was totally unexpected.
It's just the latest example of passengers experiencing severe turbulence and a scary ride. In 2 extreme cases, 27 people were injured while traveling from Moscow to Bangkok in May. In late 2015, 21 people were hurt on an Air Canada flight from Shanghai. Those cases, and this recent one, were all caused by something called clear air. It happens when cold and warm air come together, and it's hard to predict. A study released in April says clear air turbulence is on the rise, particularly on transatlantic flights because of climate change.
The latest studies are showing around a 25% increase in how strong the turbulence will feel, but also perhaps a doubling of the prevalence or the frequency of strong turbulence.
Clear air may also have an impact on passengers' wallets.
It's there long enough that flight paths do get modified in order to avoid it if it's severe enough. And so if that increases in the future, then flights could take longer. That means more fuel spent. It wouldn't make flights cheaper, that's for sure.
And climate change might affect more than turbulence.
As temperatures rise, the density of air declines, and so airplanes in a less dense environment, an airplane has to go faster in order to take off.
Koffel says if an airplane has to go faster, it will need to lighten its load. It could do that by cutting the amount of fuel or people on board, but a more likely scenario will be more restrictions on baggage weight. Stephanie Skandaris, CBC News, Toronto.
Extreme turbulence aside, for most air travelers, things can get pretty rocky even before takeoff. Wait times at airport security are at an all-time high. That's in part due to federal budget cuts in recent years. The lines in Toronto have been so bad, CBC News has learned officials at Pearson Airport have been spending millions to bring in extra staff. And Vancouver's airport has started doing the same. It's all costing passengers around $26 extra on an international flight to offset the additional costs.